Welcome to the 2012 Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards Gala and Dinner. From a man who became a top-selling textile distributor by the age of 19 to a young student pioneering technologies to help the sick and the disabled, truly inspirational stories.
Tonight we're going to honor leaders in politics, business and research fields, leaders in innovation that are going to push Canada's economy well into the future. Tonight, of course, is about honoring some very wonderful and talented individuals, but we also have a chance to entertain you as well, and we're going to do that with the good folks from Hit and Run Entertainment. They are a Toronto-based dance company, and they really break down creative barriers by bridging a variety of dance genres, everything from classical to contemporary to urban to formal elegance.
To the Rolling Stones. They played with they danced with the Rolling Stones, Kanye West, and Rihanna, too.
So we're very pleased to have them here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a very warm welcome. Please give it up for Hit and Run. Now, coming up in a minute, we're going to hear from the president of the ICCC and from our chief guest and keynote speaker.
I had the great honor of introducing Mr. Satish Thakur, President of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, and to give his presidential remarks. He has a rare commitment and passion to the work that he does. He's infused enthusiasm. He's brought about new ideas to the Chamber.
That's right. We've been working with him over the last few weeks, and he's always unflappable, always unassuming. And, he's really been taking the Chamber in a new direction over the last few years.
So many different ideas, too, like this networking idea, Chai with the CEO. I just love that idea. He's also worked to bring government, increased trade between Canada and India. Just remarkable.
He's also been encouraging small businesses to look beyond their borders to international markets.
A recipient of many awards, Satish was honored with the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, and he's one of Canada's top 25 immigrants for 2012.
So ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to the stage the President of the ICCC, Satish Thakur.
Thank you, Stephen and Priya, for such a kind introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce Annual Award and Gala Night. Friends, the Annual Award and Gala Night is an occasion to celebrate the achievements of our heroes. Our achievers have made a significant contribution to their own field of endeavor, and more importantly, have contributed to our community and to the socio-economic and political fabric of the Canadian society. I congratulate all our winners. You make us proud by your achievements and your ability to give selfless service. Friends, we are celebrating 35 years today, and it is a key milestone and a reflection of the continuing relevance of our chamber. From a nebulous organization that could barely find its feet in 1977, today we are one of the largest Indian diaspora business organizations in Canada with a coast-to-coast presence.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Naval Bajaj, Vice President of Finance and Administration of ICCC, to introduce the chief guest for the evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce Annual Award and Gala Night. I am Naval Bajaj, Vice President and Director, Finance and Administration of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. It's both an honor and a privilege for me to introduce to you our chief guest for the evening, the Honorable Joe Oliver, Minister of Natural Resources.
Thank you very much, Naval, and good evening, everyone. Merci, Naval. Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. First, I would like to acknowledge some elected officials and appointed officials. My colleague, Parm Gill, who's a member of Parliament for Brampton-Springdale, Senator Aisha Seth, Minister Arinder Takar, who's Minister of Government Services of the Government of Ontario, and Mayor Susan Fennell, the Mayor of Brampton. It's an honor for me to be here with you for your glittering gala and to join you on behalf of the Government of Canada in acknowledging Indo-Canadian achievement. I also want to recognize your outstanding award winners and celebrate the role your community is playing in the larger Canadian family. Let me begin by offering my personal congratulations to all the award winners. Your achievements as entrepreneurs, executives, and professionals and your contributions to technology as humanitarians and as mentors enrich the Indo-Canadian community and Canada as a whole. I also want to thank your president, Satish Thakkar, for his outstanding leadership and vision. The ICCC has become one of Canada's leading business organizations, and I commend you for the work that you are doing and the difference you are making in Indian-Canadian relations. When Satish became president a little over a year ago, he outlined his priorities for his term in office. And one of these was strengthening the Canada-India trade corridor. I share that priority, and tonight I would like to speak for just a few minutes about the potential, the tremendous potential before us. The ties between India and Canada are steeped in history and rooted in friendship. We have fought together in times of war and worked together in times of peace.
Next guest, Professor Roger Martin has been the Dean of the Rotman School of Management since September 1998. It's no coincidence that under his leadership, Rotman has emerged as one of the global leaders in business education.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Thank you for the introduction. It is such a pleasure to be here with so many great friends in the Indo-Canadian community. As one of your wonderful honorees tonight, a dear friend of mine and past colleague, Cassie Rao, knows, shortly after getting to the Rotman School, I really made India our #1 international priority. That was 13 or 14 years ago, and maybe it didn't seem like the most important thing then, but it certainly has worked out well for the school. We consistently have either the first, second, or third greatest number of Indian students in our MBA program of any MBA program in North America. And it was kind of fun when you see these strategies take shape. We had somebody from Google in to try and sell us Google services, and they did an analysis of the Rotman School and where Google searches were taking place. And this gentleman was very smart, but he didn't know much about our strategy. And he said, "There's something very odd, though, Roger. We've looked at where people search the Rotman name, and of course, you're massively over-indexed in the Greater Toronto community or Greater Toronto area, but you're also massively over-indexed in India. Do you know what that's all about?" And we said, "Well, that's what we've been paying a lot of attention to for many years." I also want to just say quickly, before doing the job I'm supposed to do, which is introduce our guest, is to announce tonight that Satish and the Rotman School, and represented by our India Innovation Institute, which is headed by Dilip Soman, great professor here who's here tonight, are going to work together on an initiative to link up Rotman students with the SMEs who are members of the ICCC. We think that getting Rotman students involved in the business challenges of the SME sector, rather than just working with the big companies, getting involved in the SME sector will be great for that sector and great for the great experience for the students. So you'll hear more about that later. But Satish from the Chamber side and Dilip from the India Innovation Institute at the Rotman School and the Monk Center will be heading that up. The other pleasure is to introduce tonight Fanish Murthy. I've known him for some time. I met him about 8 years ago when he was the head of a relatively small organization, Quintent, and he's gone on to do kind of many bigger and ever more important things in the industry. I think if you think about India, and you think about sort of the new India that's now a business power on a global stage, something had to get that movement started. India was not a business power of any consequence globally until kind of one sector, the IT services sector, blossomed and became an international force that has companies that are competing around the world with the very best, and in fact, in many cases, outcompeting their very best elsewhere. It is a great pleasure to introduce Fanish Murthy tonight to this audience. Fanish.
Thank you, Roger, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here at the Chamber of Commerce's annual gala, and I had a lot of points which were prepared, and obviously Minister Oliver, going before me, took all of those points. So whatever he said earlier, you can include in my speech. But I just want to say something. In 2009, the two Prime Ministers, Dr. Manmohan Singh and Mr. Stephen Harper, had set this goal of $15 billion of trade by 2015. This reminds me of the story of Akbar and Birbal. For many of you who don't know about Akbar and Birbal, Akbar was one of the most famous emperors in India about 500 years ago, give or take some. And he had this very incredibly witty minister who always had this knack of getting getting emperor and himself out of trouble. And all the other ministers were very jealous of Birbal. So one day they went and told, and they always try to get Birbal into trouble. One day they went and told Akbar, Emperor, Birbal knows how to make horses fly. And he hasn't taught our own army this technique and this trick. So the emperor was furious, of course. He called Birbal and said, Birbal, what is this you've done? Our armies could have fought. We could have won so many more battles without loss of life. Our horses could be flying. And from up there, we could rain arrows on our enemies and so on and so forth. So Birbal, being a wise man, he obviously realized, yes, this is definitely true, that I didn't tell you. He realized that the other ministers were trying to get him in trouble. So he thought for a little while and he said, Emperor, I'm really sorry, but I need some things to make horses fly. And the emperor said, what do you need? He said, I need about 400 acres of your prime land. The emperor said, done, no problem. He said, I need 100 of your best horses. He said, no problem. He said, I need a big house to be built there so that I'm going to stay there to really train the horses. And the emperor says, no problem. And the ministers are all wondering, my God, we thought that this is going to be a bad thing for Birbal, but it's turning out to be a great thing for Birbal. And then finally Birbal says, I need 10 years to train the horses. And the emperor says, no problem. And all the ministers come and ask Birbal, you got all of this. We thought we'll get you in trouble. You got all of this. But what will happen 10 years later? He says, 10 years later, who knows? Maybe the emperor is dead or I am dead. And if neither of that happens, even horses will fly. So hopefully the $15 billion figure was thought about in the same context that, so far out in the future. But, the future is not so far away now. And we really do need to start thinking about this very, very differently. The Minister Honorable talked a lot about the resources and Canada's opportunities in India. I want to take a slightly different path around the services sector. India has a population of 1.2 billion people, and we have always regarded our biggest asset as our human resources. The problem is, it's an asset and a liability both. With so many people in poverty, and with an economy which is not growing fast enough to get everybody out of poverty in any reasonable period of time, there is no doubt that the Indian population can best be suited or can best be leveraged really to employ for the global market, for the world market. That's the philosophy with which we as an Indian company have always started. That is there a way we can use the great natural resources, the intelligence, the academic education qualifications of these Indian people and service globally all of the markets around the world.
की लत मोहे ऐसी लागी हो गई मैं मतवारी बल बल जाऊं अपने पिया को हे मैं जाऊं वारी वारी तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरे नाम से जी लूं तेरे नाम से मर जाऊं तेरी जान के सदके में कुछ ऐसा कर जाऊं तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं हो जी हाँ जी हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तूने क्या कर डाला मर गई मैं मिट गई मैं हो जी हाँ जी हो गई मैं तेरी दीवानी दीवानी तेरी दीवानी दीवानी
It is my pleasure to be introducing to you the Female Entrepreneur of the Year. This award is presented to an Indo-Canadian woman entrepreneur who has established profile in the Canadian and the global business community, who has demonstrated achievements in both business product or business innovation, business process innovation, who has strong leadership, and who has made a good or strong contribution to the community at large as well. The 2012 Entrepreneur of the Year, the Female Entrepreneur of the Year award goes to Ms. Pravina Buddhav. Just a few comments on Pravina. Pravina is recognized, very highly recognized in the travel industry, as she founded the Huntington Travel Group. And for those that don't know the Huntington Travel Group, Huntington started in 1978 as a 4-person operation, and with Pravina's perseverance, today has over 300 staff in Canada, within Toronto, Victoria, Philippines, as well as in India. They operate one of the largest Canadian airline wholesales, and they operate under the brand names of Huntington Travel, Flight Network, My Escapades, and Western Vacations. I had the opportunity to meet Pravina and her husband Kiran tonight. So besides being a very savvy business lady, she's also a very charming business lady. So let's congratulate her.
Our next person to come up to the stage is from PricewaterhouseCoopers as well. Raj Kothari, the GTA Managing Partner and National Asset Management Leader of PwC, to introduce the Male Entrepreneur of the Year.
As every year, it's a pleasure to be again in front of you. My name is Raj Kothari. I am the Managing Partner for GTA for PwC, and I'm also the National Asset Management Leader. I also have the privilege of having served this organization as the president from 1996 to 1998. PricewaterhouseCoopers has been a fountain of supporting new businesses. In fact, this year, it also received an award for and being recognized as an organization which supports newcomers in finding jobs in Canada. Today, we are honoring a Male Entrepreneur of the Year as chosen by the advisory board of the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, who is Harpreet Sethi. Harpreet is an established Canadian and has demonstrated achievements in business products and processes and a strong leadership with stellar contributions to the community. He started his business at a young age of 16 and became a top textile distributor at the time, right when he was 18. He took his startups in furniture and textile industries to a significant turnover in across 20 countries. He was featured in CFMT as the fastest growing South Asian business. And now he runs the Victorian Convention Center, the Radisson Plaza Hotel in Mississauga, and amongst many of his developers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harpreet Sethi.
I love that every award winner has a cheering section, so I want to hear from you guys as loud as you can when these award winners come up. Our next award is the Professional Female of the Year, and that award is sponsored by the CIBC. So I'd like to call up Mr. Venki Raman, the District Vice President of CIBC, to present the award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Venki Raman, and I'm the District Vice President for CIBC. It is an honor for me to be here this evening to present the Professional Female of the Year Award. The Professional Female of the Year Award is given to a woman professional who has significant achievements in professional practice as judged by the peer group, has demonstrated a solid professional track record, and has contributed to the profession and to the community at large. The 2012 Professional Female of the Year Award winner is Dr. Madhur Anand. Dr. Anand is the Director of Global Ecological Change Laboratory at University of Guelph. She's an ecologist with research accomplishments ranging the spectrum of theoretical and empirical studies of natural and human-induced changes in ecosystems. She is been the president of the Sigma Xi Scientific Society, University of Toronto, a visiting professor at McGill and at Princeton University. In her interdisciplinary scientific career, she has authored over 60 peer-reviewed scientific papers and co-authored a textbook in climate change biology. Now, if you think Dr. Anand is a scientist or is a researcher, well, you should also know this. She is also a poet. So let's give it up for Dr. Madhur Anand.
Our next award is for Professional Male. The sponsor of this award is BMO Financial Group. Mr. Srini Iyengar will come up to the stage to present this. He's the Director of Multicultural Markets.
Good evening. On behalf of BMO, I am honored to be presenting this award. The Professional Male of the Year Award is given to an individual who has an established record of achievement in professional practice as judged by his peer group, has demonstrated corporate or professional track record, and has made contributions to the profession and to the community. The 2012 Professional Male of the Award winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Sunit Radia. A 24-year professional sales and marketing veteran of P&G Canada, Sunit leads the fabric and home portfolio, P&G's largest business unit. Sunit earned the William Proctor Sales Master for Market Strategy and Planning at Procter & Gamble, the highest global recognition one can receive at the company. Sunit has also given back to the community. His diversity efforts led him to be the only Canadian ever to receive the P&G's prestigious La Merit's Diversity Champion Award. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sunit Radia.
The The next award to be handed out tonight will be for technology achievement. And if I could call Ms. Winnie Leong from Scotiabank to come up, Vice President of Multicultural Banking for Scotiabank.
Has a record of innovation, has established a high profile in the Canadian and the global business community, and has a strong leadership skills along with the stellar contributions to the community. The joint winners of the 2012 Technology Award are Saneet Singh Tuli and Raja Singh Tuli. He has over 2 decades of experience as an accomplished entrepreneur, having previously launched 2 successful companies. DataWin's Akash tablets have received worldwide attention as the company executes a vision to empower over 3 billion people with computing and internet access. Raja is the co-founder, chief technology officer, and co-chairman of DataWin Limited. Raja is a celebrated innovator with over 48 patents covering a range of technologies related to imaging, telecommunications, OLEDs, solar concentrators, and the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, Saneet Tuli and Mr. Tuli Sr. accepting the award. Congratulations.
The next award will be bringing Herschel Ferreira, the Regional Sales Director for Johnny Walker, to come up to the stage.
Good evening. I chose not to say anything funny because my wife told me not to, but Johnny Walker and Indians, but affectionately, there's nothing that really goes together as well as Johnny Walker and Indians. So I just wanted to say that. I think everyone's had a fond story with Johnny Walker in their life. This brand for us really means something significant. It means success. It means progression. And we affectionately use the word keep walking. So to the ICC, keep walking. You're doing great and your progress is amazing. The Indo-Canadian Chamber of Commerce's President Award is awarded to acclaimed heroes who have a high profile in the Canadian and global business and professional community, have outstanding achievements and contribution to a profession, have made significant contribution to the Indo-Canadian community, and have, of course, strong leadership skills. The 2012 President's Award winner is Ms. Preeti Saran. Ms. Saran is Consul General of India in Toronto. Before taking up her assignment as Consul General of India in Toronto, Ms. Saran was Joint Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, heading the Northern Division and handling India's bilateral relations with Nepal and Bhutan. She has varied assignments both at headquarters in New Delhi and India missions abroad, ranging from political, cultural, press and information and economic and commercial work. She has experience in multilateral work and has attended several international conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Saran.
It is my great pleasure to congratulate my friend, Preeti Saran, on receiving the President's Award. The President's Award is said to be an award for unsung heroes, but Preeti, you're not unsung. All of us know of your leadership and contributions to the community. Throughout your time as Consul General, you've brought the best of India to us in so many ways. For example, in your outreach to the universities of Toronto, York, and Ryerson, your work for India Independence celebrations at Dundas Square every August 15th, your outreach to India's diaspora communities across Canada, your leadership in last year's Year of India in Canada. Your work and your leadership have touched every one of us who are building bridges between Ontario and India. So for all that, thank you so much, Preeti, and congratulations.
I am also delighted that ICCC are honoring my colleague Consul General Preeti Saran with their prestigious award. She has worked tirelessly to raise the profile of the India-Canada relationship, and the award is indeed well deserved.
Preeti Saran falls into the tradition of great Indian diplomats who have been posted to Canada. 2011 was celebrated as the Year of India in Canada, and to mark that special occasion, ICC was honored to partner with Government of India in organizing a very signature event, PBD Canada 2011 in Toronto. The single most important person who helped ICC in making PBD a grand success, and which was duly recognized by the Government of India as the best overseas PBD ever, was Preeti Saran. My heartiest congratulations to Preeti on this recognition.
I'm honored and delighted to be given this award. I have had the pleasure of working closely with Presidents Asha Luthra, Vinay Nagpal and Satish Thakkar. I would like to thank ICCC for conferring this honor upon me, which I deeply cherish. If I have made any contribution, it has been possible only because of the unstinting support of my colleagues in the consulate and the members of our community. I thank them all.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Stephen, for taking us through the evening. It was a brilliant one. Congratulations to all the award winners. You make us all proud. I want to take this break to acknowledge an amazing bunch of people who have helped us put this event together. My big support of volunteers led by Namita Joshi. They have done a stupendous job and they keep coming back every year to go through this again and again. The production team from Center Stage, Kevin, Richard, great guys. This thing has come out very, very nicely, and I think everybody appreciates that. The decor, Paris, from design to decor, I don't know whether it's still here, but thank you very much. You did a great job. The chimneys have come out very nicely. Johnny Walker, of course. I think we're going to do something bigger than blue next time. And we're going to carry the blue bar still after hours now. No event is ever complete without food. Especially our gatherings, food is a must, and the host has outdone it again, and they provide us with a great selection of food in there. Camille, Elizabeth, MTCC group, MCCC team, they keep welcoming us back, keep putting up with our idiosyncrasies and trying to get an event together. Dream Productions, Sunny Pannu for putting all our video together. It's the first year we worked with them, and we are really encouraged with the type of production that you guys put up. Hit and Run. When I first heard that name, it was kind of surprising. I said, what you going to do? But the entertainment pieces have come out very nicely, and they have not ended. Wait till you see this last piece, and I think you'll really be surprised. You'll really like it. Our photographers, a whole group of them, a whole team of them, I can't name all of them. The staff of the ICCC, who take these extra hours to put these things together, and sometimes they keep running after ticket numbers and table numbers and all that. But in the end, I think we get it all well done together. Thank you very much. If I have forgotten anyone else, please excuse me. The night has been long, and it's been countless hours that we've all put in to put this thing together. So please, congratulations to all of you. Most of all, thank you very, very much to all our people, all our guests over here. Oh, I forgot something I was told before I came up, that you have to thank the wives as well. Thank you wives, thank you spouses for keeping up with us. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to all those people who helped put this evening together. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We have a great sequence coming up. Good night.
Well, I'm very delighted to be here at this meeting, an award ceremony for Indo-Canadian entrepreneurs. This is a great opportunity to talk about the tremendous complementarity between our two countries. Canada is a mining giant and an energy superpower, and India, a country of 1.2 billion people, has a tremendous need as it grows at a very rapid rate for resources to feed its need for electricity and other energy needs, and for mines, for its minerals and rare earth needs. So we have an opportunity to increase the mutual trade between our two countries, which is now about $5 billion, can triple in the next 5 years to $15 billion and grow dramatically from there. We also want to encourage investment from India into Canada and Canada into India. Canada is open for investment. We are a free, democratic country, a stable political environment, low taxes, and we do not discriminate against foreign companies. So we welcome Indian investment in Canada, and we look at India as an opportunity to discuss issues of science and technology. We have a lot to learn from each other.
I'm indeed honored and delighted to be given the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce President's Award that has been given to me. The Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce is the premier diaspora body here in Canada, which recognizes and honors the achievements of the Indian diaspora that lives here in Canada. Every year they hold this very glitzy gala in which they recognize the achievements of Indo-Canadians. In the past they have recognized and honored my predecessor many times removed. And this year, the fact that they are actually recognizing me and deem me worthy of this award, I'm indeed honored. I have had the pleasure of working very closely with ICCC in the last 3 years, and I have found that they are doing a great work in building strong Indo-Canadian ties, and through them, I'm delighted to be part of the larger, vibrant Indian diaspora. The consulate is always ready to help Indian nationals that are here and have come here to establish business ties. We provide them connections we provide Canadian entrepreneurs who have business interests in India. We help them connect to their counterparts back home, sensitize them about the rules and regulations and how they could go about it. Likewise, our effort is to constantly encourage a greater investment and trade ties between our two countries.
First of all, to congratulate all the members of ICCC, at the same time also all the award winners. Today we have the 11 awardees. Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce takes an opportunity to recognize 11 Indo-Canadians who has done a terrific job in their different fields, which includes the male entrepreneur, male professional, female professional, technology award, young achiever award, the member of the year award, the president of the year award, humanitarian awards, different awards. The way the entire process works is different people nominate them for the awards. Then our advisory board, which is independent of any of the board of directors or any other thing, they go through a scrutiny process and finally pick up 9 awardees, and they are being given the awards in different field. 2 other awards, the President Award is chosen by the President, and the Member of the Year Award is chosen by the Board of the Directors. And today we are recognizing them for their work done in different fields. I will again like to congratulate all the awardees. At the same time, I would like to say thank you to all the viewers, thank you to all the members of ICCC who keeps on giving us the strength and motivating us to keep on just recognizing people from the different field. We will love to keep on doing this, and we do this every year. As you all know, the Chamber of Commerce is now 35 years into the community, and I will encourage all of you to become a member of the Chamber, because Chamber is now focusing on the bilateral trade relations between India and Canada. As you know that India and Canada relations are on the peak now, and we will love to help our members as much as possible to facilitate the bilateral trade relations for their companies between India and Canada. Again, thanks a lot to the viewers, and have a great evening.
Thank you. We are celebrating our 35th anniversary, our annual award and gala night. The evening has been very, very exciting. We are very proud to have the award recipient of 2012, all best of the best of the community, who has been contributing not only their own professional field, but also a major contributor to the overall fabric of the Canadian society. And for the last 35 years, Chamber has been in the forefront of promoting bilateral trade between Canada and India. And for almost 2 decades, we have been bringing the best of the achievers of the Indo-Canadian community to serve as a role model, to be recognized. And we have seen that all of our award recipients in the past have gone from one level of achievement to the next level of achievement. And it's a matter of a pride and a proud moment for all of us. Thank you.
What was the criteria to selecting the people?
We have an advisory board who is an independent from the Chamber's board, who looks after all the nomination which we receive. The process begins in the beginning of the year. We invite nomination all across Canada in all 9 categories. And then we have a preset guidelines where we look at it, the professional accomplishment, leadership skill, community contribution, and overall contribution of a person in making Canada a better place.